Hello and welcome back to the par 3. Join us for part 2 of Kieran's lesson at Shrewsbury Golf Club. Part 1 helped Kieran go through his golf routine, his preparation, and I must admit I've already seen some improvements, and that's hard for me to say. Today's video, we go over Kieran's driver. As all golfers know, this is one of the most important weapons in the bag. When Kieran hits it, it goes an absolute mile. But can he keep it on the planet? That is the question. Join us again today for the video. Kieran and Connor, during their lesson, let's get that driver out.
Strike pretty consistent out on the golf course?
Yeah, like at the moment, like I was saying earlier, it's definitely not sort of duffing, fatting, as many shots as I would. Like the strike is pretty consistent.
Yeah, if you had a shot that comes out on the golf course and you said to me, I hate that shot, I've got to get rid of that shot, what would that be?
It would just be my driver. Okay. Big slice.
Okay.
Far too. I know what it is as well. Like as I come back, I get into here. Okay. So I hit down on the ball.
So and you think that's costing you more than anything else in your golf game?
Yeah, getting off the tee. So I say, like I went out to Lakeside.
That's what we need to have a look at then.
So I went out to Lakeside Saturday, and like I say, there it's not a very long course, so rarely getting driver out the bag, and I shot my best round. Like I was just hitting a 2-iron, sort of flicking one down the middle. Because I'm in play, I'm like, here we go. Okay. Whereas as soon as I'm hitting driver, I'm like, what sort of trouble am I going to be in here?
So strategy might be worth talking about at some point with you. Yeah. So that's where we could go on course and have a look at that.
And the thing that annoys me the most is like, I know I can hit some of the other clubs far enough that I don't need to hit driver necessarily all the time.
Yeah, okay.
So yeah, I know that's
lots to talk about that. Driver, if it's a weapon, if you can get it used in. If you can get it in play, that distance is massively going to help. Your stats don't lie on that, and that's the way, if you look at golf, it's going that way. It's probably already gone that way. How far can I hit it off the tee without putting too much risk? Yeah. The wider you hit it, the more risk you've got. So actually, let's do that with your driver and let's hit it more. Yeah. Golf scores fly down. Yeah. You see it as soon as someone gets confident with driver and they can hit it on tight golf holes, and as far as they gain on other people, basically, when they start flying it past their mates, you're going to average less to get in from 100 than you are 150. It's quite simple. Over a long data set, it's going to happen. So let's hit some drivers. If that's what you're struggling with, I need to see it. Again, we're going to apply those principles of routine and things like that, and what are we trying to do with the driver. And then once, hopefully, I give you a bit of technical sort of help or change, that might become part of your routine to start with. Yeah. What are you trying to do with this? Yeah. To change it, if that makes sense. Hopefully, again, we might change something that is easy to change. You might not need it in the routine, but you might need a swing thought. Yeah. Swing thoughts are part of routine. Yeah. Part of process. Yeah. Sort of
one that I do, and I guess currently my main swing thought with driver is, so on my backswing, I used to get open really quickly. So my main thing normally now is to sort of keep it as low and as square as I can until I get to here, and then all hell breaks loose.
And see what happens,
Big time, just sort of, the red mist comes down and that's it then.
How hard can I hit it, Let's pick targets again. Don't mind if it wants to be a fairway or a sort of stick to hit it over. I don't want it to be the same as what you've just been going at.
Okay, we'll go again. So instantly, my thing is the one right in the distance there. Back of the second hole. You see it?
The 200-yard post. Yeah, it's fine. That's okay. Yeah.
So I'll pick that, and then this little dink of fluffy is pretty much smack on it.
Okay. And are you trying to finish the ball on there, or are you trying to shape it to that?
I know with my driver, left to right. Okay. So really,
if we're trying to finish it there.
Yeah, if I'm trying to finish it there, my start line would probably be this 101 just in front of us.
Good. Routine. Straight away, a bit more strategy, but it's still routine. Yeah. What shot do I normally hit? Let's factor that in a little bit. Yeah. Okay. Where do I need to start it to finish it where I want to? Not just let's hit it down the middle, because if you've got a 40-yard slice, well, probably want to aim at the left-hand side of the fairway,
for sure.
Or fix the slice out on the golf course. You've got to play with what's coming out on the day. If it's a 30-yard slice, well, let's aim left-hand side. Yeah. No point me aiming up the middle or the right if you've got a slice.
You know it's coming,
Precisely. So again, part of that routine is picking the target, and then allowing the shot that you perform to happen. Really.
Yeah. So it just changes it to literally. Okay. So here in front of me now, that's changed an inch. When you like look down there, obviously it's like.
But you can aim at that quite comfortably. Yeah. Bullet draw over it. Yeah. Out of bounds left.
Standard.
That's okay. It's in the realms, isn't it? It's coming down left of target.
And like you say, you know, when I'm playing, I'd be like, oof, that's probably not going to be in too much trouble unless I'm sort of hugging a tree line or anything. It's not too bad.
Routine?
Yeah.
You in your routine?
It's definitely. It's because I just had my target on the floor and
That's
I was
right,
like,
it's okay.
line up to that.
Every shot matters.
Same again.
Low, a bit drawy. Considerably low. Is it struck low out the face, that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Common, uncommon?
becoming more common, I would say.
And more that right to left shape, is that becoming something you notice more on the golf course?
It's usually either that or it's a massive high slice.
Okay.
It's sort of one or the other at the moment. I don't really get many. It's sort of. I just wouldn't say I'm hitting it nice at all at the moment. Driver.
Okay.
That sort of, yeah. I get a lot of them at the minute.
Do you?
Yeah.
Complete tops. Many skies where you catch some ground and the ball pops straight up in the air, or not really?
Not really.
Okay.
More just that. Same as the other two, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Quite low again.
Yeah.
Something I'm noticing. Why might a ball that draws go low? Any ideas?
Sort of coming around on the swing, aren't you? So as I'm coming around the ball and hitting like a bit of a draw, it's like putting a bit of topspin on it.
Yeah, top spin in golf doesn't quite exist. Less backspin.
Yeah.
The ball has backspin on it. It won't get in the air if it has top spin. But you sort of are along the right line. You'll present typically less loft with a ball when the face is closed.
Yeah.
So that's why less loft draw. Again, why we've got that misconception where the draw goes further than the fade. Not always true. All else being equal, they probably don't, in all fairness. It's that all else isn't equal, typically.
Yeah.
So, ball drawing, quite low. Not launching up in the air. What loft have you got on that driver out of interest?
9.
9, okay. So
It's
quite
weird
low
because
lofted.
they're not really shots I would ever typically like
Okay.
to see.
Yeah, okay. So that would be, they're rare for you out on the golf course, those, okay.
Yeah, they
are,
to be fair.
Okay. And you'd certainly see more of the ball curving left to right.
Big, high, left to right.
Yeah, so the thing that's changing there for me isn't path, it's face. And your control of that club face.
Yeah.
So, and I'll bring this up here. So you've got a path that goes slightly to the left. Do you understand what that means when I'm talking path to the left?
So as I'm coming into the ball, I'm coming left side of the
Yeah,
ball.
people talk about over the top, across it, out to in, those sorts of things. Yeah. Let's bring you up on the screen here. Okay, so path goes slightly left. That's the one you topped, unfortunately. I've got that one on camera. Nice. But it still gives me a good idea. So the club working sort of to the left.
Yeah.
Okay, now if the face is open to that path, we're going to get left to right movement.
Yeah.
Okay, whereas if the face in some of the shots closed, I get some right to left movement. Yeah. Certainly some shots that start left of target and go left. Okay, so sort of seeing that there with actually just gets on the outside.
Yeah.
And actually, if you look at your body weight, it's really going into that left-hand side. You can see from there, see it from a different angle as well. Can cause some issues with angle of attack. Club on the way down. Angle of attack, we're going to then sort of equate with.
That's what I always thought that I do. So I know a lot of time my weight is a lot more on my left-hand side than it probably should be. Okay. Throughout all of my shots, that's something I'm trying to learn, especially for like the wedges and obviously driver needing to. Mm-hmm. So to be able to hit up on the ball and take a bit of the weight away off it. Yeah, absolutely. So we're going to try and talk setup before anything else in all fairness, because if I can make a setup change, it's quite inoffensive, quite invasive. If I have to make swing changes, it's a little bit harder. If I can do something in setup and equals better shots, well, brilliant. Yeah. So I'm going to look for the ball going a bit higher. Try and get the path going a little bit more to the right. Okay, so that's going to hopefully avoid you cutting across it with those left to right shots. Yeah. Okay. And then if you get the face square, it's going to stop those low, we're going to call them hooks, basically, low draws. Yeah, yeah. Equally destructive, in all fairness. The one that goes high right, like off it goes. Yeah. That low one
goes like a bullet, and it doesn't stop, especially when the ground gets hard. It's like it's gone.
Through, yeah.
Left is trouble here. I know you play quite a lot of big golf here. Left is trouble. There's only one hole where right's really bad. So, do we want to miss left or right? Hopefully none. But left is, we've got to appreciate, isn't great around here. So we're going to have a look at you from this angle. Oh, that's not the driver. I'll bring the driver up. So I'm going to have a look at your setup with the driver. And we can see that, and we talked about that sort of drive towards the ball. You can see that there, real drive towards the ball, which is great. Weight transfer, those sorts of ideas. Going to change how you deliver the club. That club is almost on its way down, and you're trying to release it at the end, okay?
Yeah.
I'm going to change some setup ideas in an attempt to, one, get you hitting up a little bit more, and hopefully that's going to improve sort of path, okay? I'll explain how it might do that. I'm going to give you a go at it first, okay? Jump in for me. So take normal setup, how you would normally set up. Not changing ball position yet, might change ball position.
Yeah.
Okay. I want you to mirror me, okay? So you're standing very vertical at the moment, okay? We're saying that you've got an issue going this way too much, perhaps shoulders pointing down a little bit, club working down and left.
Yeah.
Okay? I want you to go the opposite. I want you to really feel like you're tilting back, okay?
Yeah.
This is hopefully going to promote more of this movement, okay? Not always, but typically when we add some side bend, okay, if we maintain that through the golf swing, we start maybe seeing the ball or the path go to the right. Not always.
Yeah.
Hopefully I'm going to start seeing that with you. So I'm just explaining what I'm hopefully expecting to see.
Yeah.
I want some high right shots to start with. Maybe not slicing. If we push it a little bit, I'm not upset with that, okay? But certainly looking for some high shots. So I want you to feel uncomfortably leaning backwards.
Yeah, okay.
To get uncomfortable and then come a bit more. Okay. Just call that on the way up. It's all right. It's okay. I'll do it. If you practice swings, don't be afraid to have a go through your routine as if you're out on the golf course.
Yeah. One thing I know, so like when I used to, and this is something that I'm still aware of, but I'm still not comfortable with. So when I used to hit big slices, I always knew that my right foot was way too far forward. Hence the swing path was emphasised out to it and creating that slice. Even now, when I like line up to it, I still feel like I can still see that foot.
Looks okay. I think you've got a slight tendency to be slightly that way from what I'm seeing and where you're telling me you're aiming.
Yeah.
Not enough for me to be massively concerned about what it is. I'm going to talk lots more about sort of tilts. This tilt, I'm tending to going to go see people work that way. This tilt, I'm going to tend people to see them go that way. So if you look at what that achieves, if I'm here and turning, club works a little bit more from the inside, a bit more up, vice versa.
Yeah.
So the change in our sort of spinal tilt is going to hopefully for you affect path and angle of attack.
Yeah. Okay. See, that's a fairly that's what I would normally expect to see.
Yeah, a bit more typical to what you see.
Yeah. Than what I've been doing here.
High. When the face is open, more loft, higher, okay?
Yeah. So again, a hook, isn't it?
A little bit hooky. Okay. Again, routine, really important.
That was decent.
Yeah, good shot. I lost that, sorry, I didn't see it, but I saw it now.
It was just a little low riser.
Okay. Do you get that quite a bit?
If I usually hit a good one straight, yes.
Sort of rising up.
It rises. I never hit one that just goes up and gone.
Yes.
It's usually that
That tells me that it's got a bit of spin on it. It's rising. More we hit down on it, more the spin's going to be prominent.
Yeah.
So again, matching up with what we're guessing. That struck low on the face again.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that's all. They're just coming out a little bit low.
Mm-hmm.
It's weird because it's like rare.
It's alright. Slow on the face as well. That.
Did he make out the long grass deco?
Yeah, club's still on the outside on the way down. I'm going to change it up slightly. Just fading off a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay. So, setup hasn't changed as much as I wanted it to there.
In terms of the shoulder tilt?
Yeah, so it's path. We sort of bring you up on the setup on the top here. So path looks very sort of similar on the outside of the club there, working down and left. Still, it's going to go left because of the swing being around your spine, effectively.
Yeah.
So I'm still looking at trying to get it going up and to the
Up
right
and
a bit
out.
more. Yeah. Okay. So we might lose some shots to the right. We've got to appreciate that. Okay. But I can only fix what I see. I'm seeing loads of left.
Yeah,
so,
yeah, no, it's fine.
but the low sort of left hooking and high right spinning, the only difference in them is face, basically. So
Yeah.
the changing face.
Yeah.
If I can get path a little bit more neutral hitting up, I'm hoping that then the changing face matches up to that a little bit better, and then the results aren't as extreme.
Yeah.
That makes
Yeah.
sense. So I'm going to get you. Great drill this. Where's your target? Still that sort of.
The 100-yard, yeah, just in front of us.
Okay. Your goal is to miss that tee on the way through.
Okay.
I can make it harder than that. I've been fair to start with.
You're joking
I
me?
can make it harder, yeah.
Oh, okay.
So same with setup as well. I still want that setup idea.
Yeah.
Shot. Well done.
Yeah.
Tee's
I
still
expected
there.
that T-peg go
It's
flying
all right.
down
It's
there,
okay.
mate.
No, good start. Any ideas what that's trying to achieve or what that's preventing you? Take a guess.
As in the T-peg?
Yeah, yeah.
Obviously stopping me from coming
Yeah, yeah.
out to in,
Yeah,
isn't it?
it's a deterrent almost. Your club wants to work more that way with the driver.
Yeah.
We're agreeing. We can see that on there.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
trying to
yeah.
get you to go the opposite, more this way.
Yeah.
It's an extreme example. That's in the way.
Yeah.
That's stopping you do
So
that. Now,
naturally you're trying to come inside.
can do that with alignment sticks, something here. Loads of different ways of practicing that, but I like tees because it just stares at you. It's just there,
It's a big
isn't it?
thing
Yeah,
that you
it's
can
just
hit,
there.
isn't it?
Yeah. People do use golf balls. Got to be brave to do it at the driving range with golf balls.
Smashing balls down
Well,
there.
it's straight into the side thing. isn't it?
Yeah.
Tees is probably
Yeah.
a more economically viable way of doing things as
Yeah.
well, rather than smashing Pro Vs down the range or something like that. So.
So with where that's lying now, would
Mm-hmm.
you expect with the path that we're trying to come in on, would you expect to see that shape, that draw that just come out?
Depending on how you present the club,
club
face.
face.
Yeah, I would certainly expect to see less of the left, starting left, rising to the right, and certainly left of the left, going left.
Yeah. Okay.
I want much more. We achieve left and right in so many different ways.
Yeah.
So you've got more of a slice pattern,
Yeah.
which is path left, but that can cause, if we get the face rotating too much with a strong grip, you've got a strong grip,
Yeah.
rotate the face too much, we're left and low. Hold the face open or don't release it enough. That's when we've got right with lots of spin because
Yeah.
you're hitting down on it
Yeah.
as well. So if I can get you hitting up, path a little bit more to the right, hopefully taking away one of those bad shots around. And
Yeah.
that's what we're after to
Yeah.
start with.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
Swing.
Yeah, it's all right. I feel like
Landed on top of each other. The last two.
I'm trying to feel like, and I feel what's happening is it's my right elbow.
Okay. Yeah.
My right elbow, feel like when I come back here, I'm conscious of it, so obviously I'm pulling it in to then allow room
And
for it
almost
to come
keep
through.
it there. Okay, yeah. And if that's how you want to learn, that's absolutely fine with you. I like this style of thing because it almost forces you to
Yeah.
do it.
Oh yeah, and
Your
it's,
body
it's
finds a
that
way.
visual thing there.
Yeah.
Is that's where I'm feeling the difference here.
And you're then equating a sort of drill to a feeling almost. So
Yeah.
I take the drill away. If we can keep the feeling and then still perform the results, fantastic. That's what we want.
Yeah,
Ultimately, if I take that tee away and you start slicing or hooking again, we need to do a bit more work.
yeah, yeah.
But those last two were good. Lucky.
Bit heavy, but still done really well.
Heavy. Explain heavy on that one.
As in, like, I took a lot of tee.
Okay.
I didn't necessarily take the ball quite clean off the tee peg, like there would have been a fair.
I think you caught it at the toe as well, which might give you a feeling of, I think you caught it at the toe, based on the flight as well. Let me have a look.
Still did quite well, though, for a shot I wasn't happy with feeling.
It finished in the realms of a fair.
Yeah. Well, those three have all pretty much been down the line, haven't they?
Keep pressing photo on that one. Video. Let's have a look at that one. Let's see if we're improving path on that one. Again, I'm guessing toe on that swing. Let's have a look. Moving. Yeah, slightly toe.
Yeah.
See how it just twists open?
Yeah.
That's probably a toe hit. If we hit on the outside of the club, that's the way it works.
Yeah.
Why it creates the draw. I won't go into why it creates the draw, but
Yeah.
toe hits with a driver can draw a bit. So I'm looking, well, camera angle's not perfect, but that club's much more behind you and lower here. Working in a straighter line.
Yeah. It's not massively into it. It's much more straight, isn't it?
As neutral, or absolutely, I'm fine with that. Less down and left.
Yeah.
So that drill's achieving what we want it to start with.
Yeah.
Can we do it without it? Let's give it a go. So you
Yeah.
have to equate what that drill does for you into you actually doing it without it there.
Yeah.
Imagining a tee there. Again, my camera angle's not perfect there in all fairness, but that club's definitely moving much more from the inside.
Yeah. You can see that, like, that it's like you say, a little bit more behind me,
Yeah.
lower.
Yeah, that's what I'm after. Yeah, that's what I'm after.
Rather than getting a bit more aggressive and over
out
the
and
top.
over and down, yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely, which is going to cause left to right, those sorts of things.
Yeah.
Take the tee away, let's give it a whirl. Routine again is important. Last couple of swings and then we will recap it and just send you on your way and give you a bit of practice to do.
A lot of practice to do.
Not quite. It's all right. Struggling with strike a little bit at the moment.
Yeah.
When we make a change to technique, strike can leave us a little bit sometimes.
Yeah.
Because it's a slightly new movement. You're used to hitting the middle of the club face.
Yeah, that feeling was like unknown then.
Yeah.
Without the tee peg there,
you probably forced it a little bit more, yeah, because you're trying to find it. So.
Okay.
Not easy. Slightly down and left, club face closed.
Yeah.
So you're probably going to have to exaggerate a little bit more about the tee there, aren't you?
Yeah.
Or visualise it there, whatever works for you. Just a bit more set with that posture. So just a little bit sort of, yeah, good, thank you. How'd you strike that?
Not brilliant.
No. So it just shows, take that away and change the sort of, not mindset, but sort of change things, and life gets a bit harder, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Golf's hard.
You're allowed to put a second tee peg down every time?
No, unfortunately. Agree it with your mates, but not in your comps and things like that, unfortunately. Movement was close. Just didn't quite get the strike. Didn't quite get the strike.
So is that just a bit low out the face?
Yeah, low out the face, yeah. Low out the face.
Okay.
That's at the heel. A few swings, just catch the tee. Not going to put a ball down, just go for a few swings, just catch the tee for me.
Yeah.
Good.
Is that about right?
Inside, yeah, it's okay. There's a ball there, you'd be okay. See if you can get it a touch more for me. more. Good. It's a funny one, this. When I've got someone who, let's say, slices the ball or who has an out to in path or steep, when I change it, I quite often see tops and thins.
Yeah.
If you think a plane landing, steep, we're probably going to find the ground quite hard.
Yeah.
Finding the ball's probably not too much of a problem. You said, like, getting on that left-hand side, taking divots after the ball iron's not an issue for you.
Yeah.
Whereas if we come in a bit shallower,
Yeah.
actually finding the ground or being low enough is probably something you're going to have to get used to. Or
Yeah.
it's a change, basically.
Yeah, yeah.
So straight away, you're more on the sort of thin side of things. I know you said that might be the case beforehand as well,
Yeah.
to be fair, but steep, would we equate that to a certain type of strike? Not always, it can affect things, but when I go from steep to shallow, certainly see, from my short experience so far, is that people find the bottom of the club or might top it a little bit sometimes to start with, and then they almost just have to adjust how low
down
the
to
drive.
it.
Yeah, that's all it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is where smashing a tee like that at a driving range helps.
Just getting used to finding
yeah,
it. Yeah.
absolutely. Makes the skill a bit more scalable, manageable,
Yeah.
without having to worry about a golf ball. Better strike, but toey. Better strike
very
vertically.
toey.
Yeah, toey. Again, starting right, drawing.
Yeah.
That's that toe strike. Close.
Yeah.
Close. Not far away.
Felt better strike out
yeah,
the face.
yeah. Still probably need you to get more
Up on
either
it.
from definitely. 'Cause
So-
that started slightly left. Again, this is where I might make a change to your grip down the line.
Yeah.
I think to start with, because you'll go in right and left, probably won't attack that to start with.
Yeah.
Because if I make your grip weaker, I might start seeing the ball go miles right.
Yeah.
If we can get you, because actually when we put the tee down, the shots were functional, weren't they?
Yeah.
So when you get the path right, the shots are good.
Yeah.
If you then said to me, actually, I'm more of a left miss now, that's when I'd probably attack grip to start. Don't want to do it yet because, like you say, you've still got a right miss in you.
Yeah. With
I've not
this,
seen it a lot, but
So the thing that I struggle with is like the weight balance we were talking about it before. And I definitely still feel like, even though I'm tilted, I still feel like I'm still trying to
driving a bit too
all
much.
my weight is just dropping onto this left.
Okay. Yeah.
Like, should it be more on the back foot as you're trying to come up to it?
It's really hard to say that one. Probably people are going to be different.
Feel different things.
You want your weight going towards the target, absolutely.
Yeah.
If you think about how are we going to throw something, I wouldn't throw it from back here.
Yeah.
Lean back, I would transfer weight, punch
Yeah.
in, that sort of ideas. Similar with golf, we're going to get onto that front foot.
Yeah.
We've got to get onto that front foot. If you're too early and aggressive with it, that can definitely cause some of that, especially if you tilt that way, which is why I'm focusing more on tilt,
Just tilt
and that inside feeling than I am worrying too much about that.
way. Okay.
Yeah. Down the line, maybe we look at it next
Yeah.
lesson, something like that. Perhaps. I think I can do more damage with that drill and setup ideas
Yeah.
than I can in changing
swing.
that movement to start with.
Yeah. Okay.
That's a strike away from being good, that. Again, just low out the face, but that's
Yeah.
the right sort of flight. That's the flight I'd expect to see, just higher with a better strike.
Yeah. So is that, again, with the height thing, is that I'm in it too low on the club face?
You've hit
Is
it low on
that
the club
attack
face.
angle is still a little bit...
I would talk more about skills and your skill of finding the club face to
face.
start with, rather than
Yeah.
technique. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Tour player could strike it out the middle, whether they were 5 up or 5 down on it.
Yeah.
At angle, they've just got skill of
find
finding the middle of the club face.
yeah.
I've made a change to you, so you're just in a bit of limbo at the moment.
Yeah, just adjusting a bit.
There we go. That's the shot I'm after.
That's nice. That's big as well, isn't it?
Yeah, I think you've got a lot of draw patterns in there, like strong grip positions in the face. So if I just get you from the inside a bit, that's the shot I'd expect to start seeing.
And then just
definitely.
like working to basically just
Yeah,
play with...
yeah,
with
precisely
that.
like I said on here. So you can see that with that there, that slightly from the inside, toe hit, but the club still releases quite well. I think you've got some decent positions for, we can achieve draws from there. From there, there's no reason why you can't get the club behind you like you do there. you weren't doing that to start with.
Yeah.
But the tee wasn't there to start with. That's forcing you into that a little bit. If I can get you repeating that, find a strike a bit better. That's a great movement to look after. That. And again, that's probably where people have said, actually, you swing the ball great, or swing the club great, sorry.
Yeah.
There's just tidying up bits.
Tidying bits, yeah.
Tidy up bits. Routine, definitely. I mean, that routine thing is up here for you.
Yeah.
Straight away.
Definitely.
Practice it.
Yeah.
Absolutely practice it. Because it's not a case of just go out on the golf course and practice it.
Yeah.
Every shot you hit, you've got a chance to do it.
Yeah.
Think about what shot you're hitting. Think about why you're hitting it. Sometimes is a good question, like especially around the greens.
Yeah.
That's what I talk about a lot on course. Why are you using your lob wedge? Why are you using
Yeah.
pitching wedge?
Yeah.
And I just want a reasonable answer.
Yeah.
Whatever that answer is, if you say I'm better with it than I am with this, fine. But then I see people get lob wedge out. Great example. Don't need to.
Yeah.
You can bump and run. And I say if we put 100 balls down, which is going to be the best option.
Yeah.
People say the bump and run. I say, well, why are you using the lob wedge?
Yeah.
And it's like, so I just need that sort of what shot am I playing? Why am I playing it?
Yeah.
How am I playing it? So ask yourself those questions.
It's nice, like you say, when I go out and play with like Mike, for example, what's quite nice is we don't really play like competitive golf a lot of the time, and it's when we go out, we have those conversations and play with somebody who's obviously like down in the single figures. It helps me because he almost talks about what his thought process is. I'm like, well, I need to be thinking about that if I want to get to a level similar.
Free information you can learn from people like that. So and that's just tailoring the bits you like into your routine.
Yeah.
There's no such thing as a perfect one, and everyone's is going to be different. It's one that it's consistent. It's got a few of the right ingredients, basically.
Yeah.
What shot you're hitting, why you're hitting it, how you're hitting it, what technique you're using, like swing thought, for example, and then just setting up, being consistent with it, and doing it over and over again. You're going to get better at it. Alignment again, add that thing to there.
Yeah.
That picking something, that's easy. That's so simple to do.
Yeah.
And it makes the rest of it easier as well.
Yeah.
And more consistent. And then when we're looking at this, can we do some drills with T-peg in the ground? Feel a little bit more behind it. So those are the 3 points that I'm only going to do with you is routine. Again, I could spend hours talking about it. You've just got to go out and practice and get consistent with it. Then we're talking alignment, which is part of the routine somewhat, that idea of it. But then we're talking swing. We're having a look at, well, can we not be as down and left with the driver?
Yeah.
Feeling like we're swinging up a bit more on it.
Yeah.
Tee, something like that. And then doing that with setup as well. So
Yeah.
all good?
Perfect.
Any questions? All good?
No, mate.
I'll send that across to you anyway. So
like you say, I'm going to go away and try and get to, I think, like I say, a lot of it is the routine stuff, and I'm surprised I've got to where I have without it. Because like now, like you said, how easy it is, and then straight away how it made a difference with those irons.
And like I said, that might be part and parcel with getting comfortable with that.
Yeah.
It's hard to say without challenging it, but it's no secret. It's like every good player has a decent routine. What theirs is different, but there's that structure to it, isn't there?
Yeah, for sure.
Like I say, you watch the tour pros because they're the best at it.
Yeah.
They're great to learn from. Good players. They just do the same things over and over again.
Yeah.
And for them, it's about dealing with pressure as well. In all fairness, they're coming up the last. They want to know that they've got chances. And there's podcasts upon podcasts you can listen to about pressure and routine and things like routine.
Yeah.
And that just highlights how important it is. So.
Perfect.
All good. Fantastic, mate.
Thank you,
Nice
mate.
one. I really enjoyed that. Different lesson, that actually. I do a lot less like that. I do much more technical stuff. So and I love that side of the game.
Yeah.
Really important.
It is, yeah. And
It's
like
the bit I make up for because I don't swing it that great. I have to get the ball in the hole somehow. And that's
I'm sure you do,
little bits. So, all good.
Yeah, no, perfect.
Okay.
Right, thank you for watching. Hope you've enjoyed it. We've been down here at Shrewsbury Golf Club. Connor, check him out on Instagram at Connor Cheshire Golf.
That's it, yeah.
Be sure to check it out. And drop us a subscribe and a like if you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching.
That's all.